If WWE were building a house, I've got no doubt they'd build the foundations out of concrete, steel, smarketeers, and nostalgia. Aside from the gym and Cracker Barrel, oh he loves those chicken and dumplings, Vince McMahon's favourite place in the whole wide world is WWE's retirement home. After saying hello to Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who is sat alone in the corner drowning in his own apathy, and slapping Mean Gene Okerlund right in the moustache one more time, Vince loves to pick an old timer from Christmas past and bring them back to a WWE ring for one more match. There is nothing like that feeling nostalgia brings because we're all old now and heavily disappointed with how our lives have turned out. This is why WWE cash in on it so frequently, and it has nothing to do with their shortcomings in creating a bona fide star who isn't John Cena in the past 10 years. While massive returns have been at a premium this year, although why we would want another one after that Hardygasm at WrestleMania is beyond me, you just know there's another big one around the corner. I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic.com, and here are 10 wrestlers who need to have one more WWE match. Join us. Number 10, Wade Barrett. Ultimately, Wade Barrett's WWE run was a story of unfulfilled promise. He's a big strapping lad, he's hard as nails too, but for one reason or another, Vince McMahon never quite went with him, and that makes me sad. Both as leader of the Nexus and latterly with the bad news gimmick gaining in popularity, Wade had all the equipment a man destined for the main event scene would need to succeed. I'm not for a second suggesting that Wade would be in line for a world title shot in his one more match, but it would be great to see him booked as a babyface just to see an arena of people getting behind the bad news character and that catchphrase. Vince McMahon, of course, initially canned the BNBN shtick because it was resulting in a heel getting cheered, and that's not what he wanted. Go on, Vince. You just know bringing him back for one more whack of his gavel will be, hold your hats, good news for us all. Oh, that was cheap. Number 9, Rey Mysterio. I need to know what kind of face cream Rey Mysterio has on all areas of his body except his face because his torso hasn't aged at all, and he proves he's still got it on the regular. Rey's last WWE run ended in a bit of a damp squib. After an 8-month injury layoff, he returned and did a couple of little things that involved teaming with The Big Show and unsuccessfully challenging for the tag team titles, and an appearance in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And then Armageddon actually arrived as Rey Mysterio was booed. Sort of rightfully so, though. We all wanted Daniel Bryan to enter in at number 30 in the Royal Rumble 2014. Not him, so damn him to hell. Rey's last appearance for WWE came when Bad News Barrett made an absolute mockery of his existence, but forget about that. How great would it be to see Mysterio and another Brit in Neville do the graps all night long? All night long. Number 8, Trish Stratus. Whoa, it's time to rock and roll. Whoa, this time we want her back to wrestle some of the ladies she inspired. Trish is love, Trish is life. Trish is a pioneer who in many respects was way ahead of her time, even though at the time her proverbial glass slippers fit Attitude Era WWE's feet perfectly. Before the announcement of the Women's Royal Rumble, Trish returning to a WWE ring appeared to be very unlikely. She seems settled in life post-wrestling with her family, and good for her, but we're wrestling fans and there's the first ever Women's Royal Rumble approaching and we're not entitled, but we deserve everything now, Trish. Trish's last appearance on a weekly WWE show came way back in 2012, although she has been inducted into the Hall of Fame and appeared on the network special about the Women's Revolution, since proving that the tip of her fingernail might just still be in WWE's pie. Maybe. Hey, never say never. Oh, I've just said it twice. Number 7, Scott Steiner. You know they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at WWE and you see that that statement is not true. WWE aren't a man for start, but here we go. See, normally if Scott Steiner was any other wrestler with a return to WWE on the cards, you got a 50-50 chance of it happening. But he's a genetic freak, and he's not normal, so you got a 25% at best it happening. Then you add the hatred of Triple H to the mix, you got the chances of winning drastic go down. See, if Scott was to sacrifice his integrity and get in WWE's good books, you got a 33 1/3 chance of a return happening. But he got a 66 2/3 chance of not going back because Triple H knows he doesn't like him, and he's not even gonna try. So Samoa Joe, oh, it doesn't matter. Scott Steiner hates WWE, and Triple H in particular. I'm sure WWE aren't too keen on the big bad booty daddy themselves, given some of the things he said in recent times. But hey, Scott's funny, he's a living meme. Seeing him in a WWE ring one more time would be an absolute hoot. It wouldn't be any kind of sacrifice at all. Number 6, here's what Batista told good old JR, Jim Ross's Ross Report podcast not too long ago. I've never burnt that bridge because I still love wrestling and everybody in WWE has been really good to me. I have my gripes with the company, which I'm sure everybody does, but at the same time, I don't ever disrespect the company intentionally. I don't really have any reason to. I didn't leave there under bad circumstances, I just left because I wanted to pursue other things. I didn't walk out on them, I let my contract run out. They knew I was going to be leaving, I did business the right way, I'm really thankful that I did. That's enough for me. Under the right circumstances, and by that I mean no more Blue Batista, and no booking him to win Royal Rumbles when there's a far more obvious candidate, and we'll be alright. I know Dave's Rumble win played its part in giving us the feel-good WrestleMania moment of all time, but while it would end up helping Daniel Bryan in the end, Vince's pawnshop for larger men did nothing to help Dave's cause. That said, it would be good to see him back to set the wrongs of his last run right. Number 5, Lita. Like Trish Stratus, Lita is love, Lita is life. Unless she's on a pre-show panel, but let's forget about those. I'm sure you'll agree that seeing Lita back in a WWE ring against the stars of today would be a very cool thing indeed. Many of today's crops cite Lita, and Trish Stratus for that matter, as their inspiration. So the Jedi Master and Padawan narrative is there. There's absolutely no doubting that both Lita and Trish have both mentored certain members of both Raw and SmackDown's women's locker rooms at some point on their respective journeys to the top. So the teacher-student angle is there too. The possibilities are endless. A potential return to the ring for Lita appears to be even more likely than a return for Trish. For one, her televised appearances on the WWE network prove she's more in with the WWE than her former foe and current bestie, while Lita has actually done some graps in the not too distant past. Earlier this year, she laced up her boots for an MCW pro wrestling show in Maryland, competing in an 8-person tag team match with her partners the Bruiser and the Hellcats in order to take on the Winner's Circle. There's a chance, you know. Number 4, CM Punk. It's not going to happen, but I'm sure we can all agree that the CM Punk chants we still hear on the odd occasion proves that most of us would love to see the straight-edge superstar have one more match. It's not going to happen. I'm going to keep saying this until you believe that I'm not a delusional fanboy. He said it won't, for starters, then we have his UFC career, which is still just about alive, I think, and then we have the legal issues with WWE, and oh my goodness, it's such a mess. But hey, CM Punk's flame still burns bright within the WWE universe, and the list of potential opponents that have come to the fore since his departure in 2014 has me foaming at the mouth. Come on, Philip. Number 3, Shawn Michaels. The Heartbreak Kid's retirement was absolutely perfect. I don't want that brilliant slice of wrestling history to be compromised in any way. Shawn Michaels is retired, and he should stay retired. These were my thoughts for a very long time, but then I saw HBK looking more shredded than Morrison's extra mature grated cheddar at WrestleMania 32, and then those rumors of a match with AJ Styles surfaced at the end of last year, and I almost lost my marbles. I know I wasn't the only one. I know you did too. Look at a picture of Shawn Michaels before Mania 32, and you see a man who wasn't working regularly with WWE. Look at a picture of Shawn Michaels today, and you see a man who is one of the head trainers at the Performance Center. If Shawn looked like he could go back in Dallas, imagine how long and hard, steady now, he could go with access to the Performance Center and their world-class equipment all hours of the week. I think I want to see it. Maybe. Number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do I really need to say anything here? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's Stone Cold pissing Steve Austin. Stone Cold and Matt Hardy are one and the same. They are both broken. While Hardy is certifiably insane, Stone Cold's body is suffering the after effects of a 15-year in-ring career. He's recently had rotator cuff surgery, so is on the mend, but after all I've read, I just don't know if it would be wise for Austin to have one more match. I'd rather he had a nice, comfortable life, personally. What am I talking about? Ha ha ha. I'm a wrestling fan. Stone Cold better entertain me with another 20 minutes of in-ring action, or I'll go on Twitter and complain about it. Just go back and listen to the reaction the Texas Rattlesnake received at WrestleMania 32, and come back and tell me one more match for Stone Cold wouldn't be the best. If you do come back and tell me it wouldn't be the best, you're a bigger liar than the world's biggest liar, and that is impossible. Who would you want to see Stone Cold brawl with? Dean Ambrose? Samoa Joe? Maybe you'd like to see him turn that mealy-mouthed little bitch Roman Reigns into a pathetic little dog. Whoever would line up, there's no doubting it would be awesome. Stay safe though, Steve. Please stay safe. Number 1, 20%. That's all he's given us, but as long as there's a 20% chance in Daniel Bryan's mind that he'll wrestle again in a WWE ring, then we can dream. Surely from a strictly business point of view, this is something that Vince McMahon would be stupid to turn down. Almost 2 years on from his retirement, and despite the shackles that being SmackDown Live general manager have put on him, Bryan remains universally popular and would be one of the main attractions on any WrestleMania card should WWE decide to put him on one. Nudge nudge Vince, nudge nudge. Let's not get carried away here, health is what comes first. If WWE doctors don't unanimously declare Daniel fit, he won't wrestle, and nor should he. Even if he never wrestles in a WWE ring again, it seems we're destined to see D-Bry don the Fury boots once more, given the man himself said there's an 85% chance he'll end up having one more match, even if it's not in the WWE. Could that be in the main event of next year's Bullet Club show? I guess we'll have to wait and see. So that's our list. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You can donate to us on Patreon here, and most importantly, don't forget to join us.